Good day, everyone. My name is Benika Evans Nzeku, a student at Changjiang Christian University. In 2019, I was granted a scholarship to come and study here. And this is the same time I met the USR program. I'm so much passionate into women empowerment. And why did I choose women? Because in my community, women are underrepresented, especially in menstrual issues. Menstrual issues are still a problem when it comes to affordability, accessibility of supplies, but also in communication. Menstruation is not well spoken in my community. And then in 2019, I asked the USR program to join me doing these projects because I understood that doing this alone was going to be hard. And the USR didn't really understand what I really wanted to do because menstrual issues is not an issue in Taiwan. But we had a good ending. I had this question in mind, asking every Taiwanese around me, is menstrual poverty a problem in Taiwan? And the responses were like, no, not at all. And I was like, wow, so in my country, there is this and this. That's where the journey began. I started sharing about menstrual issues in my country. 2020, me, my friends, and the USR teamed up and tried to pilot a project while engaging the community and other students to integrate the menstrual topic. And we finally succeeded to have an event on 28th of May, 2020. We promoted sustainable periods, knowing that now we are facing climatic and environmental crisis, and menstruation being one of the problems, because as a woman produces up to 230 pounds of waste, of menstrual waste per year or per lifetime. Two hands are better than one hand. This means that we have to cooperate and partner with different people doing these programs. In 2020, we started doing different programs and different trainings to train ourselves because we are the champions. And we believe if we go back home, we'll still educate our fellow girls. And we started doing training. We started training to do the reusable sanitary pads. But it is really hard. It was really hard in Thailand because we didn't know any organization, any person to train us. But fortunately enough, we got some assistance. 2021, on 28th of May, this is World Menstrual Hygiene Day that we normally celebrate. And then we started this day also in Taiwan, celebrating this day of Menstrual Hygiene Day. And we had an online sharing with Jangwani girls. We had an online sharing with Jangwani girls students. And because of COVID, we really couldn't travel, but we really wanted to have one-to-one conversation about menstruation. But because of COVID, we couldn't. And then we did it online. The good thing about this event, the girls were very honest about the menstruation. So it really helped us as Africans to represent world the problem of menstruations while we are in Taiwan. And Taiwanese people, the USR program got really impressed and planned to travel to Africa the year after. So this Back to Africa movement, in 2022, the USR program and I managed to travel to Africa so that we could bring back home everything that we have been practicing and learning in Taiwan. The distance that was covered during our travel was very big because Tanzania is a very big country, has got 26 regions, and we traveled around 1,575 kilometers. Day and night, going to one city to different cities. It was a very busy time, but we really enjoyed it because that's what we wanted. So you might be wondering, how big is menstrual issue in Africa? How big is the menstrual issue in Tanzania? How big is menstrual issue in Eswatini and other places in the world? So this is a little bit research about Tanzania. 91% of rural shops doesn't sell reusable or disposable sanitary pads. And 48% of schoolgirls drop out or doesn't go to school because they could not afford the sanitary pads to protect themselves during their studies. And then gender equality and quality education. These are the goals that we have focused. We have focused into empowering girls in education, also focused in empowering girls and to gender equality. As I have mentioned before, the equality has not yet balanced in most of the African places, but also the rest of the world. You can see here, we have women joining our workshops because we believe if you educate a mother, if you tell them how important it is to talk to your daughter, to talk to your son about menstruations, we can reach to a good place, because menstruation topic or conversation starts at home. It doesn't start at school. We have been facing this problem that most of the teachers don't go deep into menstrual education. That's why it's really hard for us to open up. But when the mother is getting educated about menstruations, then they create a mother-daughter, mother-son relationship to talk about menstruations. And we are so much impressed to see there's women joining us. And some of them, they're very young, just like me. But it was so much impressive. We did a door-to-door outreach, and which gave us a very, very good experience, knowing that there are some people who are going through hardships. And also we try to share our experiences, that we are trying to connect deeper and deeper to know what are they feeling during menstruations. Are there any other challenges that they face apart of menstruations? Any causes that can be integrated into menstruations? Because we believe menstruation is just an outcome of a very, very big problem, maybe poverty, lack of education, lack of resources. So we are trying to get into connection with all these things to know how big menstruation problem is and how we can solve it. During our outreach, we were working so that we could meet a lot of girls, and we met a lot of girls on the way. We meet girls in the houses, we meet girls at schools, and we walked around 16 kilometers to reach the houses and to reach the schools and other services, so that we could measure the distances of reaching one point to another point. So we have calculated it was 16 kilometers. And I was imagining, can you spend 16 kilometers every day? So it's a very, very big waste of time. And I think maybe we can come up with different projects to support the infrastructures to shorten the time. Engaging men into menstrual projects. Why do we have to engage males in our projects? Because we want to break the silence. We want to break the taboos. I have experience in Taiwan. Menstruation is an open topic. Girls and boys can both discuss. It's not a gendered topic. In my country, menstruation has seemed to be a very, very gendered topic, and some males can say, no, I don't want to get involved in that because that's a private thing. They think if they get involved into it, they'll be disgracing a woman. But we are saying, no, no, no. Menstruation is a natural thing, and we are bringing males to come and join us. And this was done in Eswatini. So our projects in Eswatini have much based on empowering males to empower women. So in 2022, we are still celebrating the success that we have there. We have still celebrating the fruits that we have achieved throughout the journey from 2019 to 2020. I and my team, we have joined hands and tried to work on to the sustainable menstruation projects. And as you can see, girls are very, very happy to have us in person. And not only us and other people who couldn't go there and talk to them in person. So you'll be wondering, so how broad did the experience go? How broad did you touch people's lives? We have trained more than 750 girls, both schoolgirls and community girls, training them how to make the reusable sanitary pad. And this has been so much important because a girl can make her own pad. She doesn't have to say, I don't have money to buy a pad. She can do it very, very locally at home. And this is what we have been pushing. And a lot of girls were so much impressed because this was a very, very new skills to them. Even to myself, it was a very new skill. Within a range of 3 months in Tanzania, Uganda, and Eswatini, we have done 24 workshops. We have reached out to 9 organizations, cooperated with them, partnered with them, and 11 schools. Plus, we have met more than 1,400 participants in general. So we are so impressed with the action that we have done due to the support we have got from Taiwan. Education is a key of life because I was educated, my friends were educated, and together we reached out to solve these problems. And we believe education is the key. So I call out that let's invest in education because education is liberation. And we have future plans that we want you to join us to do this together, because we cannot do these plans together. We are planning to have a menstrual hub whereby girls will be getting all of the information they want about menstruations, or the consultations about menstruations. We are planning to integrate more education opportunities and to bring girls together to learn not only about menstruations, about entrepreneurship, about agriculture, so that they could also find their own chains to be economically liberated to get access to sanitary pads. And lastly, we want to have more international integration or international interactions, because we believe that Taiwan as a developed country can be part of the solutions to underdeveloped countries like my country and other countries in the world. One of the famous quotes that I like is, "Every individual matters and every individual has a role to play." This was said by Dr. Jane Goodall, the founder of the Jane Goodall Institute. So I call you all to find the role that you have to do, to find the thing that you're really passionate, and it doesn't have to be menstrual issues. It can be anything. Let's just do something for the world. And thank you so much for listening to my presentation. Thank you.